driving quarterbacks crazy.
Joe, you're on 790.
I just heard about an hour ago Stugotz say that he's always been a Tebow fan and thought he was going to have a good career in the NFL. And I distinctly recall a couple of years ago him when Tebow lost to Alabama in the SEC championship game, saying he was crying not because of the loss, but it was the moment that Tebow became irrelevant in football, and he'd hold a clipboard for the next few years and get a couple paychecks. I just want to know if Stugotz remembers that.
I don't recall saying that. I'm very confident. I'm very confident of the fact that I said last year, or 2 years ago.
Joe,
I'm sorry.
I side with you, Joe. That's a hell of a memory,
I'll
and thank
send
you
you
for
the video.
That's what. If you have the audio, send it in, and I will apologize and correct myself. But I have been a big supporter of Tebow.
It's not enough that he
podcast. No, I don't believe him.
Stugotz, I do believe him. I think I do believe you enjoyed. We were breaking down why Tim Tebow was sobbing like that. And I do recall you saying something like that. That's a hell of a memory about Joe.
It was on Mickey show or something.
Which show? Do you have a date, Joe?
It was right after the SEC championship. I'll send it in to you guys.
Which hour of the show, Joe?
He's going to find it. He is going to find it, and you are going to regret that you taunted this guy.
Well, I do say that, and I can relate to Stugotz because I'm a Jets fan and a Gator alum, and I was wearing my Jets jersey but cheering for Tebow as he scored that touchdown last night.
Get out of here. You're not a Jets fan. Get out of here,
I'm a big Jets fan. I'm not proud of it. I'm loyal.
You're not loyal.
Joe, go get him. Joe, all right, go find the sound on that so we can expose
Jets fan.
Stugotz yet again on one of his many flagrant inconsistencies.
I do believe I said that. I was the only one when he was playing in college. Stugotz, was the only one that thought Tim Tebow would amount to a very good quarterback at the NFL level.
You have alleged for many years now that you have been leading the Tebow winner bandwagon. It's easy to be on that bandwagon now.
Sure.
They're in the middle of a 3-game winning streak.
Yeah.
But here is a listener exposing Stugotz. This is our Watergate right here. This is a listener uncovering some footage from a couple of years ago that would seem to suggest that Stugotz's support of Tim Tebow hasn't exactly been unwavering.
Tebow will likely hold a clipboard for an NFL team for the next decade and will never be the main story or the main man for a football team ever again. The moment where a man or kid realizes that he is no longer relevant has to be an emotional experience.
I was joking, man. You didn't hear the comedy in that, the joke. Perhaps I didn't deliver it correctly. Sarcasm.
He has been the main story every week of his life since. There's nothing else happening in the NFL.
There's not a bigger story in the league right now.
I mean, every week he's the lead story.
The worst game ever, Miami and the Broncos, was the national game.
He
because of Tim Tebow.
Passes in a game. He's the story. Nobody cares about Aaron Rodgers.
I'm telling you guys, I remember at the time when I was doing that show, I could say things on the radio and say contradictory things on television, and no one will notice. No one's paying attention to that show.
This guy's got a library, a Kevin Spacey from 7 library of Stugotz audio.
I mean, who saves that?
That's amazing.
I didn't even save him. I was on the show.
It's amazing that he saved that.
I mean, you
Get to chat in just a second. Got some personal business here. Joe, what's going on? What do you want, Joe?
Well, thank you for playing the clip back, but you cut it just a little bit short. The best part was at the end when you said, I think I'm about to cry myself. That was the best part.
Why are you taping and holding on to old shows, old Mikasuki sports rap shows?
I have no Stugotz catalog. I watched that. I just got my iPhone. I was so pissed by what you said. I said, there's maybe a 1% chance I'll ever get to use this, but I recorded it. So when I was driving home on Friday, I said, I got to send it in. And I was just actually about to hang up the phone on Friday when you guys took my call. So thank you for playing it. And I sent the email in, wanted to know if I could make you the next fan of the month on our Tebow fan site.
Sure, no problem.
It's TebowNER.com.
Okay. I'm the fan of the month?
Yeah, you'll be the December fan of the month. TebowNER.com.
Oh, snap. All
and
right. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
All right, thank you. Chad, what's going on? Sorry about that.
Yeah, enough of this, man. We got business to talk about.
Well, Chad, since you're, I know you were a broadcast journalism major at Marshall, but you played many years in the NFL, many successful years in the NFL. The lone guy back when Tebow was in college, and we'll teach you a lesson that you have to be careful what you say because everyone's listening, and they're taping now, Chad. I was alone saying back when Tebow was in college that he was going to be a successful quarterback in the NFL. And that listener that you just heard provided video, actually, of a television show I used to do with me stating the exact opposite.
Yeah, you got to be careful, especially in the social network world. Everyone's a journalist now.
I know, it's funny, man. So I was exposed. 786-360-0790, #790.